Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jed from Your Guitar Academy. Today we're going to be looking at the solo for Lenny. Just before we jump into learning this solo, if there's anything along the way that you're confused by theoretically or technically or anything, there'll be information in the write-up for this in the description below, so you can check that out if you feel that you're a bit lost. Like the previous video I did, my guitar setup is the same. So I've got 11s on, so slightly heavier strings than I would use than in standard. I usually use 10s. So I've got 11s on. I'm tuned down half a step for tonal reasons and also learning it and playing along. It feels better. I like it. So make sure you're aware of that before playing along. I think that's everything you need. So let's jump right into it. In relation to the tune's structure, we've had the intro, the main theme, first part of the solo, so solo 1, then the main theme returns again. I'm going to play that main theme for you and then show you where we're jumping off from to learn this second solo. So here's the theme. So right there is where we begin our second solo. So we've just played this A6. And we go like this. So that's our first phrase. So it's quite a long phrase. Let me talk you through it. Okay, so we're going to be starting with the third box position of pentatonic. So we've just played our A6. Cool. So we're starting on the 5th fret of the low E string. And we've got that little phrase there. So that's 5th fret on the low E string, sliding from 7 to 9 on the low E string with your ring finger. Landing on the root note on the A string, that's the 7th fret. Then we do a hammer-on and a pull-off from 7 to 9 on the A string, and then we land on the 9th fret of the low E string. Then we jump back to the 7th fret on the A string, and then we have this long phrase that starts. So I'll talk you through that now. We're starting here on the 7th fret of the A string. We're then plucking the 9th fret of the A string once. We then pluck it again and slide to the 11th on the A string. Then we hit the 9th fret on the D string, and then we pluck it again. And we do a hammer on to the 11th. Then we land on the 9th fret of the G string, and we pluck that. And then we pluck it again and do a hammer on and a pull off. In fact, it's not a pull off. We just do a hammer on and then we pluck the 9th fret of the G string again. So let me play everything in context so far. Great, then we have this. So this is all part of the same phrase. So let's look at the next bit. We're now here. So this is first box position pentatonic. So we're just climbing down the pentatonic. So 12th fret on the top E string, 9th fret on the top E string, 12th fret on the B, 9th fret on the B. Then we do this slide from 12 to 11 on the G string. After we do that, we do a hammer on and pull off from 11 to 9 on the G string, and then land on the 9th on the D string. We then do a pull off from 11 to 9 on the D string, and then we do a hammer on and a pull off from 9 to 11. And then we land on the 11th fret of the A string, and then we play 9 and then 11 on the A string. So everything from up here. Then we play this. So that is 7, 9 on the A string. Then we do a hammer on from 7 to 9 on the low E string. Then we play 7 again, and we land on the 5th fret of the low E string. Whew. Big phrase. Let me play the whole phrase again in context. So this is from the top. Then we have this. That's nice and easy. What that is sliding from 7 to 9 on the low E string, landing on the 7th fret of the A string, then a hammer on, and then you pluck the 7th fret on the A string, and then you hit the low E string. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and then we're going to climb up to the 12th fret. We then have that phrase. So we're starting with a double stop here on the top 2 strings. So we pluck the 12th fret on the B and the E, and I'm playing that with my index. I do a hammer on to the 14th fret of the B, and we sustain the double stop. We then pluck the double stop again on the 12th fret, and then we do this. So that's sliding from 12 to 14, and then plucking 12 again as a double stop. We then have this phrase. That's a lovely phrase, that. So again, another double stop. So here we're on the 12th fret of the B with the middle finger, and the 11th fret of the G with the index. So what we're doing is a hammer on from 11 to 13 on the G string. So we do a hammer on, and then we pluck that double stop again. And we do this. So what that is this double stop here again, and we do a hammer on and a pull off from 11 to 13 on the G string. Hit the root note, so 14th fret on the D string. Then we go back to this double stop, and then back to the root note. All the while sustaining the notes in that double stop. So that whole phrase from the beginning. We then have this. Again, this is lovely. What I'm doing there is sliding from 14 to 16 with my ring finger on the A string. Then we have a double stop on the 14th fret of the D and the G. And we're plucking all of this. So 14th fret on the D and the G. We then put our ring finger on the 16th fret of the D and we play that double stop. Should sound like that. We then move our ring finger down to the 16th fret of the A string and we play that chord. What is that chord, you may ask? That is an A major triad. So again, from the top of that phrase, so again, I'll play that slowly. It's actually two hammer-ons. So I don't know what this is called, a triple stop. We're playing 3 strings at once. The 14th of the A, the D, and the G. So we pluck all of those and we hammer on with our ring finger to the 16th on the A string. We do that twice, and the second time, if you've got a whammy bar, whammy the hell out of it. So let me play all of that again. So we're then doing the BB King. We're hitting that. What fret is that, you may ask? And I am answering with 17. So hit that like you mean it. So after you've gone like this, you hit it and then you slide down. I hit that with my pinky because it just makes sense, because all the other fingers are in use. So we then have this phrase. So what that is, it's a full tone bend on the top E string, 15th fret. We then bring it back down and play the 15th again. And then we land on the root note, so 12th fret on the top E. Then this. So that is 15th to 12th on the top, on the B string, excuse me. So we've gone like this. Then 15 on the B, 12th on the B, and then this. That's kind of a pre-bend on the 14th fret of the G. And we bend it down. Then we do a kind of microtonal bend on the 12th fret of the G. We hit the root note on the D string twice. And then we finish the phrase on the 6th or the 13th. And that will be the 11th fret of the D string. Let me play that phrase again a bit slower. One more time, even slower. Cool. Then we have this phrase. So what this is starting on the 12th fret of the low E. Then we're grabbing the 10th fret on the A. Then we're doing a slide from 12 to 14 on the A. So it's kind of a position shift from 5 to 1 of the box shapes. Then the last part of that phrase is 12th fret on the D string and then 14th fret on the D string. So here's the next phrase. We've just done this phrase. Then there's a little rest there between this and the next phrase. Then we go. What that is 12th fret on the G string and then the 14th fret on the D, and you do that twice. So you go, and then this. What that is 14th fret on the G, 14th fret on the D, 12th fret on the G, back to the 14th fret on the D. Then you do 12th fret on the D, 14th fret on the D, and you end the phrase on the 12th fret of the G. Now, I don't know if you can tell, I'm slightly struggling in explaining that. So I'm really having to use a part of my brain that I don't use when I'm playing this. So it's quite an interesting exercise for me to have learnt this. So I learnt this all by ear. over many years, actually. And then trying to explain it is difficult. It's a difficult thing to do. So I'm hoping it's making sense and the information is transferring well. What I'll do is I will then play those phrases again that I've just talked about, nice and slowly. That's the best thing to do. I think that is the best thing to do. If you're confused or you don't understand, do your best to just listen and don't even try to understand. Just listen and see if that helps. A lot of times that will help. So I'll play those phrases nice and slow. From this one. Great. Okay, let's move on to the next phrase. So what happens here is there's actually, in the solo, a little pickup switch from the neck pickup to the bridge. And there's a bit of a gap. So we've just gone. Great, there's a nice little phrase there. So we've got. So again, this is like first and second position pentatonic. But we've got this note in there, the 13. It's blues. Think about it as blues. So I'm sliding from second fret to the fourth fret on the A string with my ring finger, landing on the root note, so that's second fret on the D string, jumping back to that fourth fret on the A, then we hit the fifth fret on the D, land on the root note again, so second fret on the D, then open D string, and second fret on the A, second fret on the A, and we climb down to the open A string with that rhythm. So again, I'll play that phrase nice and slow. Cool. Then we have this phrase. So what that is quite similar, the beginning of it. Again, we're sliding from 2 to 4 on the A string, landing on the second fret of the D, back to the fourth fret on the A. Then I bend the fifth fret on the D string with my ring finger. It's kind of a slow full tone bend, and then you return back to the fifth fret and play that. And then you land on the root note, second fret of the D string. Then you have this. So that is open D string, second fret on the A string, and second fret on the G. And you have that. That's a hammer-on from open to 1 on the G string. And then you land on the root note, second fret on the D string. I'll play that up to that point nice and slowly. Again, a little bit slower. After that, we're going to hit the low E string. And then we do this. I don't know how many times that is. Let's count. 2. How many times was that? Of course it's 4. We're going to do that 4 times. So after hitting that low E string, we're going to repeat this idea 4 times, which is the open D string, then second fret on the D string, so that's the root note, and then we hit the low E string again. And that repeats itself 4 times. So we've gone. Great. Then the next phrase is this. That's cool. So we hammer on from open to 2 on the D string, pluck the D string again, land on the second fret of the A string, hit the first fret of the A string, then we do a hammer on and a pull off from open to 1 on the A string. Then we land on the 3rd fret of the low E string. 3rd fret of the low E string, then we hit an open E string after that. So then we're going to hit an open A string. So let me play that from, you know, that phrase before. So okay, so we then have that phrase. So here's an interesting thing. I'll be honest with you. I can play this phrase, but I am having difficulty trying to explain how to play it. Now, I don't know if you've ever encountered that. So I'm going to do my best here. But this is just something I think about playing an instrument is sometimes, at least for me, and this style of music, it's a very visceral thing, the blues. Sometimes to try and explain it, it can be really difficult. So here's the phrase, I'll play it for you, and then I'll do my best to explain it. But I get into a primordial state when I play this kind of stuff. So I feel like there's a different part of my brain that's being used rather than the intellectual part. There's something lower down the spine, I don't know, the lizard brain or whatever. Anyway, here's the phrase. So now what I'll do is I'll play it a little bit slower, and perhaps you can figure out what I'm doing and then tell me. Okay, here we go. So we've gone like this. What we're going to do is hit the open A string, then the 3rd fret on the low E, and then we do that again, open A string, 3rd fret on the low E. Then we go between the open A string and the low E string again, and I believe that happens twice. So yeah, okay, that's what's happening. So after we've played this phrase, we're then going to hit the open A string, 3rd fret on the E, open A string, 3rd fret on the E. Then we repeat that interesting pull-off idea, and we do that again twice. Okay, so after we've repeated this pull-off idea for the 2nd time and played it twice, again, we're going to play the open A string and the 3rd fret on the low E string, A string, 3rd fret on the E string, and then we jump to an open D string. So we do open D, 3rd fret on the E, then we hit the open D again and we do a hammer on to the 2nd fret. Then we hit the low E string. So then I'm hitting this double stop here, so I'm not sure if it's a double stop, but I really like the sound of it as a double stop. So I do that with middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D and the G. So it's double stop, open E string, then we do this. So that's holding the 2nd fret on the D string and playing the G string open together, a double stop. And you hammer on to the 1st fret with your index finger. Actually, I'm doing that single note, not a double stop. So the first one is a double stop here. 2nd fret on the D and the G. Then I just do root note on the D string, 2nd fret. Hammer on, open to 1 on the G string. And then hit the root note again on the D string, 2nd fret. Then there's a pickup shift again, back to the neck pickup. And then we have this. So I start that phrase on the 2nd fret of the D string. Then I'm hitting a double stop here, so that's 2nd fret on the G and the B. And I do a pull off to the open strings. Then I pluck that double stop again on the 2nd fret. Then I pluck the open strings as a double stop. So that phrase should sound like this. And then you land back on the root note on the D string. 2nd fret. So. And then we do lots of hammer-ons and pull-offs. So. And that happens for, the hammer-ons and pull-offs last for about 3 or 4 beats. 1, 2, 3. Then we're into this phrase. This is great. So we're back up the neck into position 1. So what I'm doing there is sliding into the 14th fret. I play around with like doubles. Yeah, I don't worry too much about if I'm grabbing other strings. I think it sounds kind of cool. So to me, it sounds fuller to hit this. I think make sure that the 12th fret note is a single note. So we're sliding into the 14th. Play around with those double stops, see what you like the sound of. So sliding into 14, grabbing the 12th fret on the G, and then doing what I call a throwaway lick. So also make sure you give lots of vibrato to that 12th note. Oh, sorry, 12th note? 12th fret. Then we do that throwaway lick. Oh man, John T, I feel like I should show them my fingers. You want to see my fingers? I want people to see the pain. See that this is what this is what playing Stevie Ray Vaughan's music does to your fingers, ladies and gentlemen. If it's not doing this, you're not doing it right. Okay, so we're talking about this phrase up here. So what I'm doing is I'm sliding into the 14th fret on the G string. When I slide up, I'm hitting like the D string as well. Sometimes it sounds cool to grab the notes on the B string as like a double stop, but use your own feeling. See what you think about that. So we slide into 14, grab the 12th fret on the G string, give it some good vibrato. Then we do what I call a throwaway lick. So that is this. Sometimes I just pluck the first note of that, and that is the 14th fret on the D string. And then I do a pull off to the 12th, and then a pull off from 14 to 12 on the A string. Then we have that. So this sliding into the 14th fret idea happens twice, I believe. So, well, it happens twice with the throwaway lick, and then the third time it's slightly different. So we have that. What that is 14th fret on the G, 12th fret on the G, and that is 14, 12, 14 on the D string. 12th fret on the G, and then 14, 12, 14 on the D string again. Yes. We then have that. So that is 12 on the G, 14 on the D, 12 on the G string. Yeah, 12 on the G, 14 on the G, 12 on the G, and then this. We've seen that a million times. Bending up a full tone bend on the 14th fret of the G string, then the 12th fret on the B, 12th fret on the top E. Landing on the 12th fret of the B after that. We hit it 4 times. The 3rd and 4th time are much closer together. So Then we have this. What that is 15th fret on the B string, 12th fret on the top E, 15th fret on the top E, landing back on the root note, 12th fret on the top E. Hopefully this is all making sense. It's a lot of information. Be patient and take your time with this stuff because it takes a long, long time. I painstakingly sat down and listened to this track and worked it all out by ear, which I thoroughly enjoy, but don't be disheartened if you feel like it's taking a long time because it does. So let me play that whole phrase again in context. So... Okay, so up to this note, the next phrase is, so that's root note, 12th fret on the top E, and then we bend 15th fret very slightly on the top E as well. We then have this phrase. It's quite a long phrase. I'll break it up, so... Cool, so we're bending the 17th fret on the top E string 4 times. Full tone bend. So this is just Albert King stuff, isn't it? So there, after the 4 bends of the 17th fret, you're going to pluck the 15th fret of the top E very quickly and then land on the root note on the B string, and that's 17th fret. And we're going to pluck this 3 times. After the 3rd time, we're climbing back up that pentatonic. So this is the 3rd pluck. Then we do this. That is 15, 17, and then a full tone bend on 17. After that full tone bend, we're doing a half tone bend on the 16th fret of the top E. And then that little Albert King thing again. So that is 15th fret on the top E, landing on the 17th fret of the B. Let me play all of that nice and slow. I made a slight mistake there. After this half tone bend, we're not going back to the root note. That's not true. I was mistaken. So we do that after the half tone bend on the 16th fret. We're doing a pre-bend half tone on the 15th and bending down. So after we bend down, we do this. So that is root note, 17th fret on the B string. So that's, 17 on the B. 15th on top E. 17th on the B. 15th on the top E. 17th on the B. After that, we're going to hit it 2 more times. So we've just gone. We then play that phrase. So that is 15th fret on the top E, 17th fret on the top E, bend up a full tone from that fret, microtonal bend on the 15th of the top E, landing on the root note, 17th fret on the B, and then this. That is sliding down from 16 to 14 on the G string, then 12th on the G string, landing on the 14th fret of the D. My goodness, you might be thinking. That's what I'm thinking. All right, let's try and play all of that in its entirety, nice and slow. And when I say in its entirety, I don't know where I started. Where did I start? I suppose it's from the sliding into the 14th fret lick. Woo! That's long. Okay, what I'm going to do now is play all of those phrases together, the ones I talked about. This is starting where I'm sliding into the 14th fret of the G string. Now I'll play it nice and slow, and if you listen along, and hopefully you can play along, you'll get a sense of it. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, here is the next phrase. So what that is full tone bend on the 14th fret of the G string, climbing up the 12th on the B and the E string. Then we're landing on the 15th fret of the B. Then we're holding that note and we're gonna bend up on the 14th fret of the G string. So we bend up on the 14th full tone, grab the 15th on the B, pluck the bent note on the G string again and bring it back down. So, and when we bring that back down, we do a pull off to the 12th fret of the G and then land on the 14th fret of the D string. So that whole phrase again. Well, then you have that bit afterwards. So you then have this. So that's 12th fret on the G, 14th fret on the G, full tone bend on the 14th fret of the G, and then landing back on the 12th fret. So those two phrases together. I'll play that one more time, nice and slow. We then have this phrase. Let me talk you through that. That's the first part of it. So that is 14th on the G string, 14th on the D, 12th fret on the G. So then we have this phrase. That's great. So again, we've seen this a million times. Bending up full tone, 14th fret on the G string, climbing up the 12th fret on the B and the E. Then we do 15th on the B, then 12th on the B. So then we have that. So that is 15th on the G, 14th on the G, 12th on the G. And we land on the root note, so that's 14th fret on the D. I'll do that nice and slow. We then have this phrase afterwards. I'm actually not 100% sure if he lands on this note, but I like to do it because it keeps continuity of the phrase. So from the top. So what that is 12th fret on the G string. Then I do a bunch of pull-offs. So 14 to 12 on the D, 14 to 12 on the A string. Then I slide down from 12 to 10 on the A string. Everything so far? That's the next phrase. So sliding from 12 to 14 on the A, grabbing the 12th fret on the D, sliding back down from 14 to 12 on the A, landing on the 10th fret of the A, landing on the 12th fret of the E string. We then have that little phrase. So that is a hammer-on from 10 to 11 on the A string, 12th fret on the A, and then the same idea again, and then the low E string. So I'll play those phrases I just talked about again at a slowish tempo. Here it is. And on that low E string, give it a bit of a whammy action. Okay, so we've just ended that previous phrase with a low E string and some whammy bar. Then we're going to land on this note, 5th fret of the low E. And then we strum that A6 again, and then we have a little phrase after that. So we're going dum. So that's the phrase. So starting on the 5th fret of the low E string, sliding from 7 to 9 with the ring finger on the low E, hitting the 7th fret on the A string, and we hit it again and do a hammer on to the 9th fret. And then we hit the low E string. Then we have this cool little phrase with the harmonics. So what that is 12th fret on the low E, then 12th fret on the D, back to the low E string, and G string, and then top E string. So those are all harmonics. Next phrase is back to that A6, but we just grab the root note and the 6. And then we strum the rest of the chord after that. So we have... And then we have the very last phrase of the solo. So we've just gone like this. So here's the very last phrase. So we're climbing up that A major pentatonic sound. So 5th fret on the low E string, sliding from 7 to 9 on the low E string with the ring finger, landing on the 7th fret of the A with the index, then sliding from 9 to 11 on the A string, landing on the 9th fret of the D string with the index, and we have this. That's hitting this double stop twice, so that's the 9th fret on the D and the G. Second time you do a hammer on to the 11th fret on the G string with your ring finger. And then you land on the 11th fret of the D string. So that phrase all together should sound like this. And that is the end of part 2 of Lenny. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Well done if you made it this far and played along to all of that stuff, because this stuff isn't easy and it's a challenge, so thanks for sticking around. If you have any queries or questions about any of the stuff covered in this solo, all of that stuff will be in the write-up in the description below. We also have a Stevie Ray Vaughan course that might be useful if you want to check that out. Otherwise, thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video.